Thank you. That's required. Okay, so we're gonna start again. So just like Tinkerbell, your belief in Tom Spanbauer got him here. If you build it, he will come. Okay, I'm gonna embarrass myself. All right. What? Too late. Okay. Story of my life. Okay, here we go. So our next writer, Kevin Meyer. Fuck his bio. Let me tell you a little story about Kevin Meyer. So, let's see. I don't know, 10 years ago or so, I left the table, and right around the time I was leaving the table as a student, this kid came in. He was this dorky, cool kid, and I really liked him. And he started reading this story about this guy in Idaho with asthma, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. So I go away for a really long time, and then like 8 or so years later, I come back. South Dakota. South Dakota. Oh, sorry, Idaho. I have Idaho on the brain. And I went away and came back, and this dorky kid has turned into this amazing writer whose writing this book has evolved into this really great voice and this story that's so sensitive and wonderful. And I'm just so proud to A, be his friend, and B, to have been one of the people that encouraged him to step up and teach with us. And so he's been sort of our student teacher for the last year or so. He's a kick-ass teacher, he's a kick-ass editor, he's a kick-ass writer, and he's a kick-ass friend. And he's a kick-ass lover. And I don't know that firsthand. But apparently Shannon does. So anyway, I didn't tell anything about what you're doing. Oh, he's editing for Nail magazine right now, and he's got a bunch of stuff in anthologies and stories. I don't know, he can tell you about that. I love you, Kevin. Kevin Meyer.
So I felt like I needed to thank Sage for that really great introduction, but now I feel like I need to thank Shannon more. I was also wondering, like, so few writers have alcohol in their hand while they're up here. It confuses me. This is a short story I wrote. I'll put it down while I read it. We're in the park, Kara and I, staring up at the stars. The sun will be up in a few hours. Portland summer, cool air, not cold. We're wrapped up together in a pile of blankets to keep warm anyway. A nest. We've made a nest. We're lying on a slope on the west side of the park, heads downhill so the blood rushes and thumps. The second round of mushrooms, stem and a cap for each of us. Right at the peak, that's where we are. Kara's married, I'm married, but Kara's not my wife and I'm not her husband. The trees aren't trees anymore. They're the skeletons of trees, leaves on a different plane. Look again, the trees are giant heads of lettuce stretched into the sky. When I close my eyes, the trees are pegs in a light bright board switched on. It's been a long time since either of us spoke. I don't know whose legs are whose anymore. Kara's lips against my neck at the corner of my jaw, and I can feel a red lipstick there, sticky. Thick, wavy, dark hair blowing around by the breeze, blown over my face like it's my hair, in my nose and my mouth, I can taste it, coconut. Her lips against my neck, when they move, it sends pulses through the light bright board, electric current. The lie she's told is Kara's at the coast, weekend getaway with her girlfriends. Tomorrow she'll drive to Tillamook to walk the beach, find polished rocks and broken seashells to bring home to her husband and her kids. To take the picture she needs to take, Kara and her girlfriend smiling around the bonfire, roasting marshmallows, proof. But tonight she's with me. I don't have to lie. Left my wife years ago. But that right there is a lie. Stop giving a shit is what I did. But not giving a shit and getting a divorce are very different things. Where Kara and I are lying, half the sky is blocked by trees. Mars and Virgo spike up right above us, not as bright as the arc sodium lamps along the walkway. I brush Kara's thick hair over my eyes so I don't have to see. There's the whirl of bicycle wheels in the path nearby, and a bright blue-white flash of headlight. So light sensitive, I can't help but track when it whips past us. This was supposed to be our space, mine and Kara's, so get the fuck out of here, I say. But my lips and my tongue don't move. Kara holds me, her arms wrapped around me, one under my neck, the other on my chest, her hand over my heart. I'm on my back and she's on her side, my arm pressed against her breast, and she's one nipple hard through her tank top. What scares me, she says, is maybe I don't love you. We tell so many lies, to my wife, to her husband, to each other. There's no room left for truth, not now. She stretches her fingers out wide over my heart until her fingers are miles apart from each other, until her hand starts to shake. That maybe it's the idea of another life I love. Truth, the way truth can only come out when you're this high. There's words in me somewhere, down in the deepest part of my chest, bone and blood and guts. I'd have to dig my fingers through ribs and crack and peel until I could speak again. I know what I want to say, but I can't. I should write it down. I should write it. I should write. I should. But the words don't come, so I turn my head and put my lips to hers. Soft and sticky, her red lipstick, our lips together starts a vibration that rattles parts of me I didn't even know I had. But she turns her face away, buries herself in my shoulder. Her hair drags through my mouth wet, and I scoop more of her hair into my mouth with my tongue. Any part of her is enough. Kara's hand over my heart, she presses down now. The pressure feels warm, safe. Her thigh between my legs, she pushes her leg against me, against my cock. If I weren't high, it'd be hard. The wind blows through the leaves and sounds turn to light behind my eyelids. The world's so bright and dark. Don't know how long I stayed there with my eyes closed to keep the light away. When I open my eyes, Mars and Virgo is lost behind the trees, Saturn and Libra in its place. Kara's at the edge of the picnic blanket we laid out now near my feet, shivering, teeth chatter. Her knees pulled up against her chest and her arms wrapped around her knees. Her hair and the wind are the same thing. She's wearing her sunglasses in the dark, her horn-rimmed sunglasses with tortoiseshell frames. She turns over on hands and knees, crawls over slow, one arm, one leg at a time until she straddles me. Her hands on the blanket, her wrists against my shoulders. My hips squeeze between her knees. Above me, her thick, dark eyebrows above the rims of her sunglasses, her red lips. The first hints of the early morning sky bright behind her, even in the dark. It's so hard for me to hurt someone, she says. Me, her husband, her kids. She takes her sunglasses off, and I swear her blue-green eyes are plugged in, but I shouldn't be able to see that in the dark. It can't be the truth. She leans her face down and presses her lips against mine. Open mouth, she pushes her tongue between my teeth. Another lie, what she said. It was easy. Thanks.